Ethan was the kind of guy who believed success came from speed. He walked fast, talked fast, lived fast, and judged fast too. It was a cold London morning when he stepped into a small cafe near the business district. He had the biggest job interview of his life in less than an hour. His dream company, his dream salary, his chance to finally prove himself. But Ethan was stressed. He'd barely slept. His suit wasn't ironed properly, and the weight of years of failure pressed on his shoulders. As he joined the cafe line, he kept checking his watch every few seconds. He rehearsed answers in his head. He imagined walking into the interview room with confidence. Everything needed to be perfect. Then, the line stopped moving. An elderly man stood at the counter speaking softly to the barista. He moved slowly, carefully, like time didn't matter. But to Ethan, every second felt like a ticking bomb. Ethan sighed loudly. Then again, louder. Still, the old man didn't look back. Finally, Ethan snapped. "Can you hurry up?" he shouted. "Some of us have important places to be." The cafe fell silent. The barista froze. People turned to stare. The old man slowly looked over his shoulder. Not angry, just disappointed. He nodded gently, stepped aside, and whispered, "My apologies." But Ethan didn't hear the softness in his voice. He only saw him as an obstacle. He grabbed his coffee, stormed out, and muttered, "Some people just need to stay home." He walked toward the tall glass building where his interview was scheduled. Feeling proud, he'd stood up for himself. Inside the lobby, everything felt expensive. Marble floors, golden lighting, quiet air. Ethan fixed his tie, took a deep breath, and told himself, "This is your moment. Don't mess it up." He was led to the conference room. The door opened. Ethan walked in with the biggest smile he could manage. But the smile died instantly. Sitting at the head of the table was the same old man from the cafe. The same man he had mocked, insulted, dismissed. The same man he had treated like he didn't matter. The assistant stood behind him, silent and serious. It was clear who he was, the CEO. The room was painfully quiet. Ethan's throat went dry. His heart pounded. His legs felt weak. The CEO didn't yell. He didn't embarrass him. He didn't even look angry. He simply said, "I see you made it. On time." Ethan tried to speak. I'm really sorry about earlier. I didn't know." The CEO lifted his hand gently. "You didn't need to know who I was," he said. "You only needed to know how to treat people." Ethan stared at the floor, ashamed. The CEO continued, "Respect isn't something you give based on status. You give it because it's the right thing, because it shows who you are." Ethan tried again. "Sir, please. I was stressed. I didn't mean—" The CEO's voice remained calm. "In this company, we hire skills, but we value character even more." He closed the file with Ethan's resume inside. "I'm afraid this interview is over." Two security guards stepped forward, not aggressively, just professionally. Ethan looked at the CEO one last time and whispered, "Please, give me one more chance." The CEO shook his head. "I gave you one this morning." Those words shattered Ethan more deeply than yelling ever could. He was escorted out of the building. People in the lobby stared, whispering. Ethan walked into the cold air, holding the coffee cup that now tasted bitter. He sat on a nearby bench, face in his hands, realizing the truth. One moment of disrespect, one careless comment, one impatient outburst, had cost him everything he had worked for. Sometimes it's not your abilities that close doors, it's your attitude. Ethan learned the hardest lesson of his life that day. Respect costs nothing, but losing it can cost everything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.